Hello, good evening or good afternoon, good day, wherever you are joining us today for this first edition on our LinkedIn Live w- transmission of Transforming Tuesdays with Teena. My name is Teena Obugo, and I am excited to be here with you today. It's the first Tuesday in the year 2022, the first Tuesday in the month of January, and it is the first week as we start out what our outlook is for 2022. A lot of people have New Year resolutions, they have goals planned out, they have things they want to do. And it's important that there's something that will help you to achieve your goals, your resolutions, the plans that you have. And that's what I want to talk about today. My name is Teena Ugo. I am your leadership strategist coach, a growth mindset coach, and a human behavioral consultant with this personality assessment. I'm excited to be here with you today, and it is our Transforming Tuesdays with Teena. And our episode today is letting go so you can move forward. Letting go so you can move forward. And what is it that you need to let go of from the past, from the year that just ended, 2021? For so many people, they have different experiences. The year was good, the year was beautiful. It came with challenges. It came with things that, were not on our radar. We didn't see it coming, we didn't expect it. And the whole world is still trying to come back from the COVID-19 experiences with the different variants that we keep having. But you know what? We must move on. In spite of all that is going on, it is time for you to click on that reset button, even as you reflect and you look at the things that are going on in your life. And it's time for you to also look forward with what is it that you want to do in 2022? What are some of the things you want to see happen in your business, in your professional life, and in your personal life? Now is the time to actually begin to think futuristic, to be what I call a futurist. As we look at 2021, what are some of the challenges that you had? What are some of the things that you learned even from those challenges that will help you to move forward as you navigate 2022? Today, I want to talk about how will you start your 2022? What are some of the things that you will do to help you start out and start brilliant? And that's why I want to talk about what I call the FUTURIST Model. FUTURIST, that's an acronym. How can you become a futurist? How can you think with that mindset of a futurist so you can be successful? The first thing, the first letter, the F, is that you find your passion. What is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you love to do? What are some of the things that you want to see happen in your life? What are those things that, when you think about it, when you're called upon, whether in the morning, at noontime, or even at night, to do it, you will actually, just stand up and get started on it without blinking, without thinking that it's going to cause you some pain. So you want to find what you're passionate about. You want to find that thing that you're passionate about. That's the F. The U is that understand how to verbalize what you're passionate about. Understand how to verbalize your passion. There's some things that, yes, you have understood that you're passionate about. You can see that you are actually moving forward with it. But what is it that you want to see yourself doing? How will you verbalize what your passion is? And so you want to understand yourself. You want to start out with actually telling yourself some of the things that will help you to get going. How will you move forward with what it is that you're doing? And then the next letter is the T. Thrive in your strengths. You want to strive in your strengths. Where is your strength? What are those things that you do so well? What are some of the things that you do very, very well? What are you good at? What are you great at? Look for what it is that you're good at, that you're very, very good at. That's where you want to focus your strength on. When you work in your strengths, you have the ability to excel even faster. Now, it doesn't mean that you will not do work on the areas you're not so good at, but you want to start off with working on your strengths, on those things that you're very good at. And then you utilize others in your weaknesses, in those areas where you are not strong, where it is not your strength. You want to utilize other people who are strong in those areas, who are very good in those areas. So you want to focus on your strengths and you want to utilize others in the areas that you are not so strong, where you have limitations, where you are weak. Who do you know that can do what you cannot do very well? Who do you know that's excellent with whether it's a task or navigating a new idea that it's not your strength and you can employ that person's strength? You want to bring that person to be part of your team, to come on board and work alongside you. The arrow, so far we've talked about the F, find your passion. The U, understand how to verbalize your passion. The T, thrive in your strengths. The U, utilize others in your weakness. The R is that you want to read recurring negative thoughts. Now, one of the things that keep us more often than not from actually achieving our goals, achieving what we set out to do, is that we are consumed with negativity. We allow ourselves to be consumed with negative thoughts. We allow the naysayers to get to us. We allow the things that maybe did not work well in the past to hold us down. They prevent us from moving forward. And so you want to rid yourself from those recurring negative thoughts. What are those negative thoughts that you've had for so long, maybe from your childhood? There may be limited beliefs or things you've been told about yourself and you've come to believe them that that is who you are, or that you cannot be good at those things. And so anytime you find yourself stepping in out in the areas that will move you forward, those belief systems hold you back. Those negative thoughts come back to trample whatever or truncate whatever it is that you're doing that is right that will move you forward. You want to begin to rid yourself of those becoming negative thoughts. The I is that you illumine the small wins. Yes. Shine your light on those little wins, the small wins. Celebrate them. You know, I was listening to one of my mentors today, and he talked about not focusing so much on the outputs as much as you want to focus on the outcomes. They're two different things. Your outputs and your outcomes. Your outputs are, I mean, the figures, maybe the monetary gains you get. But the outcomes are what you will do with those outputs. Now, let's say, for instance, you made some financial gain from whatever investment or whatever you set out to do. You made so much money from it. That is an output. Now, the outcome will be, what did you do with that profits that impacted someone, that created something beautiful? Because your outcomes will always outlive the outputs. And so you want to focus so much on the outcomes and not on the outputs. And so you want to celebrate those small wins. You want to shine a light on the little wins. It's not so much as the financial success as it is the path it took to get you there, the process it took you to get there, the steps you took to get there. Those matter a lot. You want to value the process. And then the S is set yourself free from the past. You want to set yourself free from the past. What did not work before? And because you find yourself maybe repeating whatever it is you thought you did not do right, and you think there's something that will keep you, you hold on to that thing. You say, because you did not do it well before. Because when you tried this, it turned out in this way that was not good. And so you keep holding yourself from moving past that failure. Set yourself free from the past. That it did not work before does not mean it will not work now. But you want to look at what are the lessons you learned from that past failure or the past experience. Why did it not turn out so well? What can you do differently that will help you to get your desired result or a better result? Because you cannot be doing the same thing in the same way and you expect a different outcome. That's not going to happen. So what lessons are you taking from the past experiences, from those failures, that you can put into what you're doing now that will help you get a better outcome? And then the last letter is the T. Trust your intuition. Your gut feelings, your intuitions are always right. As a person of faith, I like to call it my spirit man. You know, there are certain times when something comes to you and you just have the feeling that that's the way you should go. That's the thing you should do. And then there's this still voice, there's still a little voice, or there are other reasons, 1,001 reasons why you are telling yourself you cannot do it. You are allowing the negativities to, come into your thought patterns. You want to be still. You want to take time to listen to that intuitive voice, to that God's feeling. What is that still little voice telling you? For me, whenever I find myself disobeying that God's feeling, I always end up with regret. And so it's something I've come to train, to learn to listen to my God's, to learn to listen to my intuition, to follow them. And you want to trust your intuition in 2022. If you want to actually excel, to become successful with your plans, with your goals, with whatever you're setting out to do, as you're looking at your goal setting, goal planning, goal trying, whatever you call it, use this futurist model. Find what you're passionate about. Find your passion. Understand how to verbalize that passion. Thrive in your strengths. Utilize others in your weaknesses. Rid yourself of recurring negative thoughts. Illumine the small wins. Set yourself free from the past. Whatever did not work before, whatever you did not achieve in 2021, what different way can you set yourself to achieve it in 2022? And most importantly, you want to trust your intuition. As you step forward in 2022, as you walk in 2022, I'm going to come alongside you to help you transform yourself into your best self yet that you can be. The best you can be in 2022. And I urge you to work with a futurist model. Find your passion. That's so important. Yesterday I heard something really profound. That because there is more does not mean you need to have it. Get clarity. Be sure that you want that more before you step into it. And it was so profound that when I was thinking about it much later, I said, you know what, that's so true. It's just like we all eat food. Like you don't eat food because there's just food everywhere. There's food around you. It's like you go for a buffet. You don't eat everything that's on the table. Because you're going to regurgitate. You're going to have to throw up if you just keep going to eat because it's there. You will look at what you have on the buffet table and make your choices. What is it that you want to fill your plate with? And that's what I'm asking you to do in 2022. Don't just go out there because everybody's doing the same thing. Is that what you really want? Does it align with who you are, with your goals? Get clarity. And then go for what you want, what you need. Not because everyone is doing it, but because it is what you want, because it is what you're passionate about, because it is where you will thrive. And I assure you, 2022 will be the year of transformational success. In the coming weeks, I'll be hosting a free webinar where we'll be talking about how you can use mental fitness to achieve success. If you'd like to know more about it, why don't you drop me a message? Drop me an IM or reach out to me via email at teenaab@gmail.com. Until I come here again, be well and know that you matter.